Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Okay, so today I'm going to just talk about something that's it's going on in my own life at the moment, right? And I just realised that it's something that a lot of other people go through. And I know this because I listen to people a lot and I watch people, and I know that it's kind of inherent in a lot of people's lives. And it certainly has been in my own life for years, right? And that is, I guess it's to do with fear, okay? But it's not necessarily my own fear. It's other people projecting their fears onto me, okay? Because deep down, right, I am an absolutely fearless person. I mean, there's very little, there's very few things that actually scare me, okay? And I mean, I guess the only thing that's actually scared me is, and the one thing that I've not been able to do is to overcome my eating disorder because of the irrational fears that I have, okay? And like I say, that's something that I'm working on at the moment. But as in actual, like, logical fears, I don't actually have many of those. However, I've stopped myself from doing so many things in my life because of other people's fears and what they have projected onto me. For example, things like university, like having to go to university because of the fear of not getting a job, right? And I think I've mentioned before, I've been to university. It took me actually quite a while because I dropped out time and time again for reasons related to health, but also for reasons like I absolutely hated the course that I'd chosen to do. But I chose those courses because they were safe. Like, for example, people had told me to go and study maths and engineering because the chances of getting a job in that are really good, but it's not something that I actually wanted to do. Another time I went and I studied accountancy, and oh my god, I would fall asleep within 2 minutes of those lectures because it's just not something that interests me. I mean, power to you if those things actually do interest you, but they don't interest me. So I was going to university and studying these things because of other people's fears that if I didn't go and didn't get a degree, then I would not like I would not have a good place in society to actually get a job. And then what would happen? I'd be on the streets, I'd be like homeless and everything. And the fact is, right, to actually live here in Scotland, in the UK, to actually like get to the point when you're living on the streets, it's pretty difficult to actually get to that point. Most of these people have been on drugs or whatever, and had a lot of other things going on in their lives. So I was letting these people's irrational fears push me into courses that I did not want to do. Then on the like complete opposite end of the spectrum, people telling me not go to university because, oh Lauren, you're really ill, this illness, this anorexia, and it's going to be so stressful for you at university. Just wrap yourself up in cotton wool at home, and things will work out. It doesn't matter if you end up working at McDonald's for the rest of your life. And no hate to anyone that actually works at McDonald's, but um like that's not something that I've ever wanted to do. So like I had people pulling me from different ends of the spectrum. And then just other things like I would say, I really want to go on holiday, and then I'd have parents and family telling me, no, 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 you're not well enough to go on holiday. You need to put on weight first. You need to do this first. You need to do that first. Or even not from the illness side of things, okay? Just oh, I'm going this place. You don't know anyone in that country. Oh, that's a terrible place. That Thailand's a terrible place. This place is a terrible place. Oh, you can't do that on your own. There are thousands of young girls that go solo traveling, as long as you kind of work it out properly and you're not stupid about things, then there's no reason why you should be scared to go. I have no fears of going traveling on my own. Absolutely no fears. And I understand that, yes, there are risks involved, but you know what? There are risks involved in me living in a flat on my own. There are risks involved in me going out in Glasgow on my own. Probably a lot more so in Glasgow than anywhere else. I mean, for example, my brother he'd been in a night out with his friends, just last week, and he was walking the 10 minutes back to his girlfriend's house, and he was mugged. He like by a guy, a group of guys and a girl, and I mean, they were threatening him basically. They had weapons and they just said, give us all your money and your wallet and everything, or else. And my brother was like, here, take everything. And then they did. Obviously, they left him alone, thankfully. But, you know, I mean, that just happened about 10 minutes from where I stay. And I stay in a really reputable part of Glasgow. So there's risks everywhere. And another example is that I have for a while wanted to do my yoga teacher training, and my parents and other people around me, oh, that will never work. That will never work, Lauren. You need to get a proper job. You need to do this. You'll go and you'll do this yoga teacher training thing, and you'll never make any money out of it, and blah blah blah. And you know, the thing is, right? I'm not motivated by money. I'm not motivated by, okay, money's nice, right? But I'm more motivated by my passions. I could have went and done my accountancy degree and right now be sitting working as an accountant. I would not be happy, and that's not the way that I want my life to be. I would be happier working and traveling as a yoga teacher and just earning enough to get myself by. You know, because to me that's life. To me that's life, and I feel like I would be contributing to the world and giving my experience and my passion and my knowledge and letting that radiate from me to other people. And that's the way that I want to contribute in this world. You know, and I just, does that make me weird? Does that really make me weird? In the eyes of my family and a lot of my friends, it does make me weird. And that kind of makes me sad because I feel quite alone a lot of the time because I have people coming and trying and to get me to do things that I don't want to do. Or when I'll go to my parents and be like, you know, I'm so passionate about doing this, I'm so excited about it, and they will just shoot the whole idea down in flames. And that has been my life. That has been my life, like, for forever, all the time. And I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. And see, now I'm just deep down in my heart, I know what I've got to do in my life. I know what I'm here for. And I honestly believe that all of us deep down know what's right for us. For example, I think I've said for example about a million times in this video, but I've made obviously a few videos in the last week saying that I'm going to travel soon, and I've had a whole bunch of emails and from well-meaning people, you guys, my viewers, saying that you're a wee bit worried, you're a little bit concerned about me, blah blah blah. And guys, you know what? I really, really appreciate the concern, but I know what's right for me. I know that you're just looking out for me, a lot of yourselves, you are parents or whatever, but me, I know what I'm doing and I know what's going to help me and what I need right now. Last year, I went a holiday to Barcelona for 10 days. It was a yoga festival, and then I spent some days in the city, and that opened my eyes because that was one of the first holidays that I'd been on in years, and that's what I needed. And I came back so motivated to actually fight my illness. But then I was back in my usual environment, this environment that I'm talking about, this other people projecting their fears and their insecurities onto me, and soon that all went away, that love and the love for life just kind of dissipated because I was back to my normality. And the truth is that I think I need that. I need to get out there and see the world and see what I'm missing out on that will help to just motivate me through this, because sometimes, like I say, I feel lonely, and just because of the way that the kind of person I am, but also eating disorders and recovery can be quite a lonely journey because other people, unless you're going through it or you've been through it, you don't really get it. You don't get it. And I don't know, I'm lucky that I'm an introvert and I can get, when I'm an introvert, I don't mean that I'm unsocial or antisocial, I just mean that I can get on fine on my own, and therefore solo travelling is cool, but I'm quite happy because I'm there with the world, and that's all that I need. And I know that I will meet a bunch of you awesome people on my travels, and that's all that matters. So this has kind of been a bit of a long-winded video, but what I want people to take from this is to not let other people's fears affect you and influence your decisions in life, because you're living for yourself, you're not living for anyone else. And by that I don't mean that in a selfish way. I mean, obviously, if you've got kids, you have to take them into consideration. But what I'm talking about is, don't let society's fears, don't let these, like, the doctrines that we are supposed to live by, don't let those influence the decisions that you make in your life. You know, if society tells you to go and get a well-paid job and a mortgage, but you want to be a fucking traveling chef, I don't even know where the fucking traveling chef idea came from. But you know, if that's what you want to do, then fucking do it. People will bash your ideas. People will criticize them. They will tell you time and time again that they won't work. They'll tell you that your decisions are risky and that they're dangerous. But sit on your own. Sit on your own and think, are you scared? Are you scared, or are you prepared to take those risks?